somebody. I am looking for a
Hi guys, it's your girl Munah, the melanated African queen, and welcome to this beginner's makeup tutorial video. In case you don't know, I also learned how to do my makeup myself by watching videos like this. So if you want to learn how to do your makeup yourself, stay to the end of this video. So the first thing I do is I brush up my brow with this old toothbrush and hair wax to make the hair slick down so you don't disturb the process. Then I set my brow with Sacha Buttercup setting powder to make my brow very light so the color of the brow pencil can come out. Make sure you blend the powder out very well. Then I go in with my dark brown eyebrow pencil and I draw out the shape of my brow like the brow outline. I shade the tail, then I draw thin hair-like stroke to fill in the sparse area of my brow. Now I'm going in with my light shade concealer. This concealer is 3 shades higher than my normal shade. I'm just using it to highlight the bottom part of my eyebrow. As you can see, I corrected a mistake I made here with the concealer, and then you blend properly. Take your time while blending. It's very important, so you need to take your time by blending. Next, I'm going in with my dark shade LA Girl concealer, the shade of Toast, to highlight the upper part of my brow. If you look closely, you will see that the shape of brow is already coming out. Then you blend it out, blend well, and that's all for the brow. So guys, for the eyeshadow, I'm going in with my Refudo palette. I got this at a store for just 5,000 naira. It has 70 color, but the shade I'm using today is the shade of Angelic. I hope you guys can see it. So I'm just blending in the Angelic shade on my eyelid. As you can see, the way I am blending it on my eyelid, make sure you blend it very well. The key to a very good makeup is blending. If you don't take your time to blend, your makeup is going to come out very rassy, very rough and all. So just take your time blending, like I am blending out this Angelic eyeshadow. So with an angle brush and a concealer, I am going to cut the crease. So the first thing I do is to use the concealer to lightly take the shape of the crease I want. If you want your crease to be big, you can do it, but I do it lightly at first before going in and applying more concealer to further bring out the crease like I am doing right now. So using a flat brush, I'm going to blend out the concealer on the crease. Then I'm going to go back with the Angelic eyeshadow and blend it on the outer part of the crease. Back to our palette, guys. So for the inner part of the crease, I'm using the shimmer white of the Z color. Then for the main color, I'm using Pretty Girl and A Babe. So gently, I'm going to lay the shimmer white on the inner part of the crease. Then after that, I'm going to go in with the Pretty Girl and A Babe color. And I'm going to go back with the Angelic shade and blend out the outer part. Now it's time for us to line the eyes. So this is the trickiest part in makeup, the eyeliner. And I'm going to tell you this, as a beginner, it is not possible for you to just say you want to do your eyeliner now and then you get it perfectly. The two eyes are equal, the same length and everything. No, it's not possible. But the best advice I can give you is that make sure that the difference in the two eyes is not too much. It's not too much, it's not too obvious. At least if one is longer, let one be a little bit shorter than the other one. If one is fatter, let the other one be a little bit thinner. And now that we are done, we can move on. For moisturizing, I'm going in with my Revlon body and face moisturizer. I'm rubbing it all over my face, and I'm going in with my Huda Beauty primer. It has almost finished, bear with me. So a tip when applying the primer on your face is to concentrate it under your eyes, because that is where you crease a lot. So don't forget to concentrate it under your eyes when you're applying the primer. And I'm just going to apply it all over my face in area where I want it to spread. Before going in, I'm blending it with the brush. Next, I'm using my Treasure Baby Fake Setting Spray to set my primer, and this stuff smells so good. Like, oh gosh, this is like the favorite part of my makeup, like the coolness when you are spraying the setting spray on your face. Oh, I love it so much. So that's all you need to know about moisturizing. So guys, we're done with the eye makeup and it's time for us to move into the base. But before I continue, if you have enjoyed the video up to this point, make sure you give it a thumbs up. So please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. So thank you and let's move on. For foundation, I'm using Classic Makeup USA, the shade of H. You get the foundation that matches your skin color. That is the foundation I feel that matches color. So with a damp beauty blender, I am blending in my foundation by dabbing it on my face. Don't forget, I have said this so many times in this video that blending is very important. So another tip when applying your foundation is do not blend in your foundation on your under eye area. This will help your concealer to not crease when you apply it. For highlights, I'm using my LA Girl concealer, the shade of Fun. I'm highlighting my under eye area with the concealer, my nose with the concealer, my forehead with the concealer, the upper part of my lip and the lower part of my lip, my chin with the concealer. Then I'm going to go in with my beauty blender and I'm going to blend it in. I blend it by tapping it into my skin. So make sure you take your time when blending in the concealer like I'm doing right now. Another thing I forgot to mention is that your concealer should be 3 shades lighter than your normal skin color for highlights. Almost immediately after blending in the concealer under my eye, I'm going in with my Treasure Powder palette, the lightest shade of powder there, and I'm using it to set in my concealer. I'm using the powder to set in my concealer, so I'm going to go ahead and blend out the other part too, and also set in the concealer with the powder. For contouring, I'm using the dark shade powder there to contour my cheekbones. Make sure that the contour powder you use is at least 2 shades darker than your normal skin color. And I'm contouring my forehead too because it gives me a smaller forehead. I really have a big forehead. And I'm also contouring my jawline to make it more defined. Now with this LA Lady Pro Concealer, this concealer shade is just a shade lighter than my normal shade. I'm using it to reverse contour, so I'm gently applying the concealer beneath the contour to give it a snatched look like you are seeing now, and I blend it out. I blend it out very well. Then I go in with a powder that is almost the powder of my color, and I use it to set in the concealer under my cheekbone. Like, can't you see the snatched look? Now for blush, I'm using the blush, the red color blush in this palette. It doesn't have name, so I'm going to rub it all over my cheeks, yeah, to give it a blush look. So make sure you blend in your blush very well. Don't let it just sit and start looking like a baby. So just make it, just blend it in. And also for cuteness, blend it on your nose. It looks really cute. Back to the powder palette, guys, and it's time for nose contouring. I am draining the 2 shades of contour powder there to give me a kind of mid-tone contour because my nose area is already light and the contour powder has to be 2 shades darker than your skin tone. So I have to use something that is not too dark and also not too light. That is why I joined the 2 powder together. So this is how I contour my nose to give it kind of like a snatched look and to make my nose smaller and more pointy. That is why I contour my nose. To be very honest, guys, as a beginner, contouring your nose is not compulsory. You can just take your time to learn how to contour further. When I said makeup, I didn't used to contour my nose. I didn't used to contour at all. But with time, you're going to get used to it. And by watching more tutorial videos like this, you're going to learn how to contour. So if you really want to learn how to contour and want me to get really detailed into this whole makeup stuff, you have to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now guys, with my Sacha Matte Buttercup setting powder, I'm going to apply it on the tip of my nose so that place can become more highlighted. Yeah, I'm highlighting my concealer area again. Highlighting after applying the contour powder is good, you know, to bring out the snatched look of my nose. Now I'm going to go back in and add the setting powder to the under of my eye. As you can see how bright it looks now. Like, can't you see how bright it looks and more highlighted? Like, it looks better than before when it was just only powder after I added the setting powder. I'm not adding too much setting powder because I don't want it to look too yellow, and you know that the buttercup powder is yellow. I don't want it to look too yellow, so I'm just gonna go ahead and apply setting powder to the other parts of my face too. Practice guys. Do your makeup at the first time, like your first try, your second try, your third try will not be easy. You're going to make a lot of mistakes, but the more you practice, the more you get better. That is how it is. When I started, I was worse, but let's just continue with this look. So far so good. This is how the look looks. As you can see, it's very powdery, so I'm going to go in with my setting spray to set it into my face. Yeah, so I'm applying the setting spray. This setting spray as first is going to look like, what is this on my face, and everything's going to be so sharp, but once it has dried out, it's going to look really nice. And I must say, I look really good. But now it's time for me to do my lashes, and let's start with the lashes. So guys, I am fixing in my false lashes. So after fixing in my false lashes, I'm going to go ahead with this Morphe highlighting palette. I'm using the golden shade here to highlight my cheekbones, as you can see, my chin, my forehead, the tip of my nose, and then with a smaller brush I'm going to highlight the corner of my eye and also my nose. Those are the areas that need to be highlighted with the highlighter. Then with eyeliner, I'm going to line the inner part of my eye to give it a cat's eye look, and after that I'm going to use the angelic eyeshadow to line the bottom of my eye. Then I'm gonna go in and line my lip with this brown eye pencil. The eye pencil I used to line my brow is what I used to line my lip, and then I blend it in very well. Then with my treasure lip stain, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on my lip to give it color. I love this color, so I'm gonna make my lip glossy with my lip gloss. Then I'm gonna go in with my mascara to touch my under lashes, and then we are done with the look. This is how it looks. So you guys don't forget to practice. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, and then don't forget to subscribe. Please join the family and subscribe. See you in my next video, and bye.
I am looking for it.